Wait, Hogs Daddy?
Yes, sir?
Is Dangerous Toys an actual 80s band?
Sauce, you ignorant slut.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's right.
Yeah, they're one of the great bands of that generation.
Do you have some of their music?
They have a song called Teasin' Pleasin'.
Wow.
They have a song called Scared.
Is this them?
They had another song called Teasin' Pleasin'.
Sauce, list as you were a young child the most dangerous toys that you played with.
Well,
God, I wish it had been a pistol.
Oh, my God. Weren't those Tonka trucks bad for you because they, rusted?
Because they rusted?
Yeah, isn't that a bit?
Don't you talk
Would
bad
you
about
lick
Tonka
the
trucks.
wheels?
No, I wasn't licking the wheels.
That's what my sources
God,
say.
I bet you were.
I don't know.
I bet you licked some wheels in your time.
God, what's wrong?
Think of all the dangerous toys. Weren't the Tonka trucks with rust dangerous?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Those things were made right in Minnetonka. Right, Zacho?
Yeah. Your hometown, Sauce.
Yeah, good point.
You got to own them trucks.
Okay.
Why'd you have to speak southernly?
You might have to speak like a Hogs Daddy.
Hey.
Were you ever hurt by a toy when you were younger?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, so I think
And older.
When I don't remember how old I was, but there was this car thing where it was just like the
Tonka
dashboard.
truck.
Was it a Tonka truck?
Just the dashboard where you could pretend you were driving.
No, those are for toddlers.
Those are for like 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
I can't wait
Did
to
you
get
get one
what
for your
age you
I
sister?
were.
was
birthday?
probably 2. Yeah.
And?
Learn to drive with this, Sauce.
And you drove off the road?
No.
God, I wish you had driven into a
It was
cliff.
just like the dashboard.
Yeah, we know.
I just need a large Diet Coke.
He's ordering in the drive-thru right now.
large Diet Coke, anything else?
Get
No,
some
thank
food.
Yeah, get some VU.
All right, thank you.
Ugh. Where are you?
You guys could hear that? I'm sorry. I thought I hit mute.
Anyway, you were saying you were driving off the road?
Are you in a McDonald's drive-thru?
Yeah, it's the only thing I could find that's open.
Getting a Diet Coke.
I wish you could give me one.
Not too late.
That'd be great.
Drive to Denver.
Had no parish tax this
I don't have
morning.
a month and a half.
Yeah. So, hang on now.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're in front of one of those dashboard toys for 2-year-olds.
Yeah, were you
where they
pretending
can-
to order?
And
No,
they can push
so-
the buttons and spin the wheel.
Yeah,
You
so
drive it along.
There was that bit, right? So my sister is driving. I'm sitting shotgun next to her, right?
Meat sauce in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meat sauce in it, making her do all the
Because you guys are
work.
about to pull off a heist.
Yeah, right. And they had this keyhole thing, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, you tried to bang it.
I put my finger in it, and it cut my finger. I still have the scar. Look.
You have a scar from a dashboard toddler toy?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
okay, yeah, you do.
Man, how bad did it damage your wiener when you stuck that in there?
Yeah, so
That's how he got circumcised.
yeah.
Banging a keyhole at a dashboard.
So yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that is a dangerous toy then.
That is, absolutely.
What else didn't they ban some toys?
Well, sure.
Oh,
They
sure.
did.
They did.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Jeff at the hospital. My son put his finger in the keyhole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It ripped half of his finger off. Can you fix him? Can we put a chastity belt on this kid? Because I'm worried about what the next 6 months are going to be like. He's 2.5 now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, cool.
You were the only kid that ever got hurt
Probably.
on that toy.
I rode my green machine off the steps because I loved me some Evel Knievel.
What's the green machine?
You don't remember the green machine? Well,
No.
that's my generation. You probably don't remember. It was like a big wheel on steroids. And you steered it and with like handles like this, you know. And I was like, well, you know, Evel Knievel, he jumped the fountain in Vegas. Someday I'm going to have a gambling addiction, so I better get started.
Gamble with your safety.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You drove this thing right off the stairs.
Right off the side of the stairs. Broke it right in half. Pissed everybody off.
This thing's sweet, man.
Everybody's pissed.
Hey, Robin's racing, man.
Yeah, well,
Right.
my dad couldn't get to work that day.
That's what he drove?
Don't judge.
He had a gambling problem too.
Was that how old were you then?
14.
Was that before or after you were calling sex hotlines?
he called him while he was in the green machine on his way to work.
That's what I told him my name was.
How old were you when you were calling those ladies?
9.
Nice.
I'm declining to answer.
He's speaking German, Paul. Keep up. This show is so dumb.
KFAN News
Yeah.
with Chris Hockey.
That's right.
Presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Man, I love the Saints, man. It'd be a good day to go down to the ballpark. Look outside right now, Corey. Look over there, man.
It's beautiful out there.
I wish the Saints were playing at home. They're not yet, but they will be soon. The St. Paul Saints went 1-1 during their doubleheader with the Rochester Red Wings at Innovative Field yesterday. The 23-28 Saints send Adam Plutko to the mound against Rochester tonight. We'll let you know when they're back at CHS Field. And don't forget, coming up soon, won't be long now, a couple months away still, but Wednesdays at Bernie's with that dude who played Bernie.
Terry Kaiser.
That's right.
Middle of July, right? July 24th, I guess towards the end of July. I think it's the 24th. Wednesday the 24th, I think.
I
Terry
should
Kaiser.
be back home by then. Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah,
maybe.
barely.
Hey, by the way, 79 and sunny on Saturday for Hawkfest. Whew, thank God.
Hell yeah.
Whew, I've been
What
worried
time will
about
that
it.
be?
I think the doors open at 5:30. There's going to be rock and roll trivia. Then the Chris Hockey Band plays, and then the heavy metal band Dark Aurora takes over. And man, Corey, we practiced last night, and we made it all the way through the Tool song "Stink Fist."
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what that song was about. Now I know what the words are. Whew, that's filthy.
You should play it.
I can't.
Diet Coke?
Diet Coke?
There are
no,
definitely
thank you.
there are different depths to that song.
You damn right.
Every time you hit the chorus, it goes a little bit deeper.
I don't care how deep it goes. It's going to hurt.
Elbow,
Yeah.
shoulder.
Right.
He's getting in there.
Yeah, you know, give her hell.
This may hurt
I'm
a
so
little, but
jealous.
it's something you'll get used to.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The band is so good.
So
Zacho.
good.
And,
So good. Will you play it?
Playing the Deftones is so much fun.
Send me vids, man.
I'll send you vids.
Send me vids.
I'll send you some vids.
God, I love the Deftones.
Yeah. So good, man. That's a great song. Hey, you. You got to kind of whisper and sing at the same time.
You can
And then
do
you got to
both.
scream real loud.
You can do all three.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, good. Yeah. There's a worldwide spike in the number of people being executed. I talked about this earlier in regards to Jim Pete and how much he wanted to kill the referees last night. A new report by Amnesty International says executions rose by 30% in 2023. They tallied over 1,100 executions, not including the thousands they believe took place in China, where the figures are kept secret because they just willy-nilly killy.
Thousands in China?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Well, that's a lot of people, man. That's the highest number in nearly a decade, by the way. Iran was the deadliest country with a 48% rise, followed by Saudi Arabia and Somalia. The U.S. came in fourth with a 33% rise. So we're trying to keep up.
I would not have guessed that we're fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not either.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. That's a good point. I guess I wouldn't
I
either.
just thought we had pulled way back on the old capital punishment.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't gone, but I thought it was a lot less frequent than it
Same.
used to be. I would have definitely guessed the Middle East would be the leaders, so it doesn't surprise me that Iran's number one, but you said Somalia 3?
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I guess that makes a little sense, too.
States with the death penalty. 27.
Well, they must be getting after it, the 27 that have it.
Man, listen to this. A Stewartville woman, that's Minnesota. Oh, Zach's turning.
Zach, where are you going?
Yeah, where are you turning into?
I'll turn off the signal.
No, you don't have to. Leave it on, man. I don't want you to get a ticket.
Yeah.
I want you to do me a favor. Do a burnout. Light them up.
In a Malibu.
Yeah, light them up.
Yeah.
Don't wreck
Just
the
do an
rental
Essie.
car.
Do
Light
an
them up.
Essie.
Light them up. Is it front wheel drive?
Yeah. It is. And then, by the way, I did try a couple times yesterday on
Do
those
an Essies?
wide open Kansas roads, tried to like gun it, and there wasn't much gunning going on.
Okay.
A Stewartville woman who woke up in a cornfield after authorities towed her vehicle from the scene of a rollover crash is in custody in connection with impaired driving. The sheriff's office said deputies and the Dover Fire Department responded to a crash in Quincy Township around 1:24 a.m. on Friday, Corey. At the scene, responders looked everywhere. They found an overturned vehicle. They couldn't find the driver. In a news release, the sheriff's office said responders searched the area extensively, didn't locate any occupants. They towed the car away. At approximately 3 a.m., dispatch received a 911 call from an adult female stating she was in a crash and woke up in a cornfield. She was so far from the car,
Jeez.
they could not find her. According to the sheriff's office, she was arrested, 26-year-old Stewartville woman at the scene, connection with DWI. Sheriff's office did not indicate whether or not the woman was injured.
Well, that's the key.
Right.
I'm not advocating for drunken driving.
Right.
No.
But if you get tossed from an overturned vehicle and you're in a cornfield and you realize the cops have just left because they couldn't find you.
Yeah. Somebody stole my car.
You sleep that one off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least, I don't know, wait until you're crazy sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Before you call and say, I'm in the middle of a cornfield. I'm injured.
And if she wasn't injured, imagine this. Sauce, you were much more injured by that child's toy.
Yes, correct. See,
Than she was.
She got drunk, rolled her vehicle over, and got ejected and flipped into a cornfield.
Yeah.
You almost lost a finger trying to penetrate a toddler's toy.
Yeah, and think of all the fun you would have been out if you had lost that finger.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Yeah, Sauce, good thing it wasn't your pinky.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a great point.
That's what I'm here for, buddy. Points.
You would have struggled to do that without that finger.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Cor.
Yes, sir.
Is it the Home Alone Lego set you have?
I sure do.
Do you wish it was worth a lot of money?
It will be eventually, because
You
I
think
believe
so?
it's getting retired later this year,
Whoa.
which means it'll start to go up because supply versus demand, Eco 101, right?
Well, let me tell you this.
Let's go.
Dateline, Winnetka, Illinois. The home from the classic 1999 film Home Alone is up for sale. The real one.
The actual house.
Yeah, it's sweet.
The 5-bedroom, 6-bath Georgian-style home, built in 1921 in the Chicago suburbs, has an asking price of
I saw it.
I saw it too.
Yeah.
$5.25 million.
So somebody help me through this.
Yeah.
Because I think I've watched the movies that made us on Home Alone, but now
Yeah.
I'm forgetting this. Didn't they build a set?
It was all done in a high school.
Okay, so the actual house, the outside of the McAllister house, the one that's on sale for $5 million.
That lives across the street from the serial killer.
Yeah.
Old man Marley, and then
right.
the family that leaves, and then the wet bandits break in and flood the place.
Right.
But the actual house that you see from the outside, if you buy this house for $5 million, the inside's not going to look anything like the house in the movie.
And the inside has been fully updated. I mean, it's a very modern looking home.
But my point is, if you're buying it just to say you live in the Home Alone house,
Sure,
it's
right,
not
sure.
going to look anything like the movie.
The front of it does, the inside no.
Yeah,
Right.
right. It was last sold in 2012 for just under $1.6 million. They're asking $5.25
That's
million
a
now.
pretty good ROI in
Yeah.
a
Real
decade.
estate firm selling the house calls it a rare opportunity to own one of the most iconic movie residences in American pop culture, and that's not an overstatement. I agree with that.
Well, hang on, though. What if
Beautiful home.
What if I could offer you the exact same thing for $1 million,
Right.
but in Lego form?
In Lego form. I see what you're saying.
It's 9,000 square feet.
Man, it would
Wait
hurt
a
to have
minute.
square feet.
That house is 9,000 square feet?
Yep.
I listened to the Daniel Stern interview with on the WTF podcast with Mark Maron. Really good guy, by the way. Very interesting character. I'd forgotten all the movies he was in before Home Alone. He was in like the one where I think it's called Diner.
Yeah.
Yep, and he was in Breaking Away, which was the bicycle movie.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year after, I
And
believe.
yeah,
And
right,
also,
exactly.
he was in
Some stuff after.
Bushwhacked.
Both City Slickers.
Yeah, City Slickers. That's exactly right.
Wasn't he in that movie with Damon Wayans about basketball as well, the Boston
the
Celtics?
Celtics,
Oh, I
Was
don't
he in
know.
that movie?
Probably. I don't know.
What the hell was that called? Am I thinking of
forget.
the right movie?
But regardless,
Celtic Pride or something like that?
it was interesting to talk about when he realized he was not going to be a movie star. He was going to be a character actor. And he said, and it was interesting to hear a guy say, yeah, that's not me. I can't look at myself on the screen and go, that guy's a leading man. That was cool. That's like real self-awareness. But him talking about why they chose short dude,
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, that guy.
Wow.
That guy.
You
right.
almost said it.
I know. Joe Pesci, first of all, he was, what was the Three Stooges? Joe Pesci was Moe, and he was Larry and Curly. That was kind of the role they had.
Yeah.
And they cast Joe Pesci specifically because he was so scary, because they needed a little bit of that in the first film. He said in the second film, I believe Chris Columbus is the guy's name,
Yes.
wanted them to basically be the Three Stooges. But in the first, he really wanted there to be a little bit of a sinister factor. And the key to that was that Daniel Stern was able to offset it with the silliness that he brought. Because Joe Pesci, especially early in the film, is kind of scary for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of a scary guy. Really interesting guy, man. I wouldn't have thought it was that much fun to listen to that interview.
And they had somebody before that. Somebody was hired as the Daniel Stern character before that, but they didn't work with Pesci.
Yeah, it was Paul Allen. They said he was too scary.
Oh, yeah. Didn't offset the scariness.
That's right.
And Pesci does not like to get tickled.
Yeah,
No,
they filmed the scene where the tarantula's on PA's face, and he went,
yeah.
He liked it too much. He liked it too much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all of the torture and the pain turned him on.
Yeah, he loved where he got hit in the face with bricks.
I believe when he stepped on the nail, he climaxed.
When he stepped on all those ornaments, he just cowabunga.
Word up.
No.
Wait, wrong band.
He kept saying again.
Word up. Cameo.
It's the second cameo reference of the morning.
Will you play that song? Oh, hey, Rose.
Rosie.
We're starting the show over.
Might as well.
I don't know what just happened. Hold on. Climax Blues Band. Hold on. There we go. Couldn't get it right.
Oh, great song.
That's what I meant. Anyway, so there you go.
Zach's turning again.
All right, let's do the sports when we come back with Sauce. The Wolves won last night. We'll walk through that. We'll discuss that. And then, of course, we'll break that down even more so when Rosie gets here in about 10 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. Your home for the Timberwolves. The Fan.
The Fan.
Go ahead, Zacho.
American Rockers, a date. Hold on. I was doing something. American Rockers, a day to remember. A day to remember. They're bringing their the least and American Rockers, a day to remember, are bringing the least anticipated album tour to the Ledge Amphitheater June 6th with special guests. The Story So Far and 4 Years Strong. Tickets are on sale now. For more info, head over to KFAN.com. Just make the keyword calendar.
Hey, Sauce.
Yeah, Daddy.
He's got a point.
I mean, would you like to do sports?
I would love to.
Sorry, baby.
It's coming right now.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thank you, all
thanks,
around.
All Around.
Thank you all. And before you say it, Zacho.
Yeah.
Zach,
Yes, sir.
that's you. What are you seeing right now out your window? What are you seeing out your window right now?
Snow.
Apparently, RoboCop.
Okay.
He's apparently seeing RoboCop out his window right now. Zach.
Luke, I am your father.
Rook?
Yes.
Who's Rook?
Oh, one of those classic lines from Star Wars. Also my favorite chess piece.
Oh, brilliant. My turn?
Yeah, go
Sure.
ahead.
The Minnesota Timberwolves avoided the sweep by beating the Mavs 105-100. Cat had 25.
I believe Ruka had some points too, didn't he?
Ant had 29. Mike Conley, 14 points, 7 assists, 4 steals, and he had 0 turnovers in the 34 minutes he played. Luka had a triple-double. Kyrie Irving was held to just 16 points. Game 5 is tomorrow at Target Center at 7:30. The Wolves, depending on what website you look at, are between a 4 and a 4.5 point favorite. Dallas does lead the series 3-1.
First half, Ant went in full beast mode. You could tell he was not going to go out without a fight.
No.
He was okay in the second half, right? Made some big shots down the stretch, but he was dominant in the first half. It was the opposite for Cat. Cat was very frustrating for most of the game, and then those deep threes late in the game were the difference, right? I mean, without those, I don't know if we win.
Yeah.
And again, it sucks. They have led in the final 5 minutes of all 4 games and blown the lead in 3 of them.
Yeah.
But not last night.
This
and
could easily be a sweep the other way.
And it could have been a sweep last night. I felt just because the stupidity of the Wolves in the first 3 games, it looked like they were going to find a way to let this one slip away as well. But Cat just kept drilling threes. Every time it looked like they were going to crap the bed, Cat drilled a 3.
Winning last night is obviously huge because it keeps your season going. Winning tomorrow puts all the pressure back on Dallas because, as Reggie Miller said last night during the game, it's tough to close out a series. Especially, this isn't what he said, but I'm saying this.
Oh, go ahead, say it
Especially when you have not, as Corey just said, you have not been the better team until the last 5 minutes of the game. That's when they're the better team, so maybe in theory they are the better team. But the Wolves, if you win tomorrow, it goes back to Dallas, and all the pressure's on Dallas.
How about this? Kyrie Irving's entire NBA career, when he had an opportunity to close out a series, he was 14-0 until last night. That was the first time he had ever lost a closeout game. Now, tomorrow is another closeout game. Then Game 6 would be a closeout game. Then Game 7 would be a closeout game. The weirdest thing about series like this is when they were down 0-3, I'm like, it's over.
Yeah.
Right? Mathematically, it's almost not impossible, but so close to impossible. It's never happened in 155 tries. Then you win one and you start to get a little bit of momentum. I'm with you. If you can win Game 5,
right,
Game 6 is trouble for Dallas because I think we're winning Game 7 if we can get back to a Game 7,
correct.
which
we'll
means
be the favorites.
We would be the favorites in Game 7. So Dallas has to close us out in Game 6. So how about let's just win the 2 home games and see if we can shock the world in Game 6. Man. We win Game 5 and we win Game 7 at home.
That'd be sweet.
It is pretty amazing how, as I am learning to appreciate basketball the way you gentlemen do, and so many fans out there, I'm a bandwagon jumper. I admit it. I don't mind saying that. The game is always in doubt. If you don't have a 10-point lead, you could lose the lead. Yep. And that's the thing with last night and the game before that and the game before that. I never felt for 1 minute like we safely had the win.
No, you know not for a second.
Right.
So, I still think, despite last night's win, we still haven't seen the best of the Wolves. And that's the optimism, too, is let's just throw the hammer on them on Game 5. Let's win by 25 points. Let's embarrass them. Let's run them out of the gym. Let's give them our best game. Let's get something from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Let's get something from Naz. We didn't get a lot from him last night. Let's just bury him. Let's send it back to Dallas.
Chris Finch is on with PA right at noon today.
Now we're talking.
Yep.
You mean at 9?
Oh, yeah, 9. 9 to noon.
Let's give Finch a little credit. He's getting mobile. He's getting active. He's starting to complain.
Yeah, good.
Right, Rosie?
Yes. I wish he could have complained on the 6th foul. And this is the thing that bugs me. People talk about officiating all the time, and it's very subjective. And I'm not going to. You go down that road, you're not going to win because the Wolves Cat committed a bunch of silly fouls last night. But on his 6th foul, this is the carbon copy, Exhibit A, why the NBA changed this rule. Doncic launched himself into Cat, who was firmly already planted on the ground.
That's not true. He left his feet. Cat left his feet. That's the difference. I think that was a foul on Cat.
No, it wasn't.
He left his feet. You can't. Cat jumped into Luka, so sure, Luka jumped into Cat. But if Cat hadn't left his feet, you'd be 100% right. But he left his feet.
He left his feet, but he landed, and then Doncic launched himself into it. They showed a tutorial on why they changed this rule, and Doncic was Exhibit A, and a lot of players do it. But when Doncic launched himself into that rule interpretation is that should not be a foul on the guy there's nothing he can do at that point.
Don't leave your feet. I still think that's...
Well, you can leave your feet, but you landed in front of the guy who then...
I still think when you have 5 fouls, you got to be smarter than that.
I'm not arguing that
I shake
point.
my head at Cat's stupidity for trying to even make that block. You got juked out of your shorts.
There.
Let Lucas shoot it because we need you. You can't afford the 6th
argument
foul.
there, but he landed short of Doncic. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Fortunately, they overcame that.
Rainstorm?
What's that?
Zach, what are you
Are you in a rainstorm?
He's getting a car wash.
I think the internet cut off for a second.
That's
I'm
fine.
listening to Rosie. And
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's cutting out.
Yeah, that's okay, man. You're
It's all right. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we still haven't seen their best yet, Rosie.
No,
That's the optimism, right? Is that wasn't their best again, and we still found a way to win.
Well, their 2 best stars finally outplayed their 2 best stars. But overall, yes. I mean, and yet the Wolves have led in the final minutes of every single one of these games. And obviously the 3-pointer here last Friday, Friday night, that was the one that was a killer. When the Wolves lost that game and Naz's shot rimmed out. Otherwise, we'd be 2-2, but would be, could be, should be, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They live for another day. At least they come back home now. But, yeah, it isn't. You'd like to take a double-digit lead over these guys and keep the pedal down. That would be the ideal situation. But I'm sure Dallas is still – the last thing they wanted to do was have to come back here because they know the Celtics are done. They're going to be well-rested. The finals don't begin until a week from Thursday. So Boston has that whole week to get ready. And Dallas would have loved that same luxury. Now they got to come into our building and see how that works out. Well, they've had success But a lot of positivity to take out of the game last night. Kyle Anderson, who gets a lot of crap from a lot of people, and he can be really aggravating to watch, was a coach on the floor last night. He was directing traffic and getting people in the right position, which set up Cat's big three-pointer. I mean, I don't know where that finally came from, but, man, he didn't shoot one, I don't think, in the first half, did he? I think he was I think pretty much all of it happened in the second half when the Wolves...
Does it sound like there's water?
Yeah,
on
it does.
Zach, what are you doing?
No, that's not him. That's Rosie's microphone for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, it's not anything you're doing wrong. It's your microphone.
Turn it off for a second, Rosie. Let's see what happens.
It's my phone. Oh my God! I accidentally hit like one of those
sleep apps.
Sleep apps.
It's still happening.
Forgot to close the tabs.
I turned it off. I didn't know that even happened. I wasn't even listening to it.
Ocean of the ocean, baby.
Oh my God! Just to F your mind up a little bit.
That's what you sleep to?
No, I don't. That's the thing. I don't. I have one of those sleep machines that just knock me out. You know.
I honestly thought Zach was taking the longest leak of all time.
Same.
Anyway, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, Rosen.
You know it's still on, right?
Yeah, it's still happening.
Oh my God, I can't hear it. I got to find out where this is. I'm going to just turn the damn phone off. That's just crazy.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's gone.
No, it's not. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No, it's back.
No, I can hear it.
Now it's off.
Okay, I just turned the volume down.
Crazy.
I don't even know where it's at. I don't know where the app's at. I'll have to find it during the break.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm glad that's the audio we were hearing.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean?
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
You are getting sleepy.
Oh, man, I love that stuff. That's how I sleep every night, too, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I got one of those sound machines. Those are good. Those
Yeah.
are,
Oh, does Gloria Estefan know?
I know it. Yeah, good work.
yeah.
All right, Roser, you know what? Calm down.
I'm fine.
They've got this. And I want to watch the play you guys are talking about because Corey and I walked into the building together this morning holding hands.
You did?
And I asked him about that play because I think that's the dumbest foul I've ever seen. How Luka obviously put his shoulder into Ant and they called in. And then he said, well, that's a foul if you're in the air.
You mean to Cat?
Yeah, so what I'm saying, Rosie, is when they changed that rule, which was, a handful of years ago, right?
You're talking about a different
just
play.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
a year ago or whatever. I think it was just last year.
Whatever it is, yeah, you might be 100% right that technically by the rule book, Luka is now violating the new lean-in rule.
Yeah.
I just was so frustrated that Cat left his feet and then jumped into Luka. It's just, you got five fouls.
You were using the term jumped into Luka.
He did.
I don't think he did.
I think he did.
I look at just that the opposite way. If you look at the video, to me, he landed in front of him and Luka jumped into him. How do you avoid that contact if you're literally going straight up and down?
Well, let me ask you this question, guys. And I know we got to break, but doesn't it make it less likely the refs are going to care about your complaints if you complain after every play?
Yeah, that's the NBA for you, though.
But the other issue is to resolve this.
That's how it's
I was just talking to Nordo about it. Finch was out of challenges. He could have challenged that, but he was out of them. So they could have taken a look at it and finally had a decision on that.
But even the TNT crew has said that wouldn't have been a challenge they would win because that's a hard one to overturn.
Yeah, it is.
Because Cat left his feet and looked like he was going to crash into him. Regardless if Luka had leaned in or not, it looked like he was going to hit him.
The point of the matter is the league overall changed that rule specifically because of
natural shooting motion, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
It's got to be a natural.
There were shooters that were jumping sideways.
Yeah,
that was the thing. It was jumping forward like Luka kind of did is not necessarily the point. We literally had guys going
sideways,
horizontally to make contact, which was preposterous. That wasn't a natural shooting.
Well, like I said, the bottom line is the Wolves overcame all of that.
They did,
and found a way. And Ant was that good, and down the stretch, and they finally missed some shots at the end.
That's
of the
right.
game.
Yeah, that was the key.
That was the key
missing.
right there, man. Luka missing that stupid 4-point play.
Oh my God!
Goodness sakes.
How about that?
Yeah, you could see how deflated he was when he missed that free throw. Now we're mathematically not in this.
Right.
It's not going to make any sense unless the Wolves miss all of their free throws the rest of the way.
Yep.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Hey, the Power Hour about to begin here, about 15 minutes or so. So get over to KFAN.com/watch and get all ready to watch what Nick Madden wants you to watch. Thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
That's right. Nick's in charge. Hi, Nick. Thank you, buddy. Power Trip Morning Show. Live celebrating another Wolves win as the team stays alive. Rosie kept saying it. All they got to do is wake up from their slumber. And they did. They woke up from their slumber. Now they realize they can win. They can do this. Anything's possible, as Earl Campbell once said.
Yep, Rosie, yesterday I believe I offered you $20 for your Western Conference Finals ticket on the Timberwolves, which pays $3,000 if they win the Western Conference Finals.
Correct.
I think you said you would have let me have it for $100. What about now?
No.
Love it.
No, I'm not, and I would not have sold it unless it was really a high figure. I'm just not. I mean, it just you guys know what it's like when you make prop bets and when you're in Vegas and you put the money down and you forget about it. And they were plus 650 at that time when I was out there for Masters Week with my second favorite attorney.
Your male attorney.
My male attorney, yes.
You have an attorney just for your mail?
Yep. Lawyer Lambert.
I get a lot of controversial mail.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
And you forget about it because you win, you lose, you win, you lose, and you go home, and say, hey, what a great trip, great time. They go, oh, I got this ticket. And you forget about it, put it in the drawer, and let it sit. And you go, oh, yeah, I have the Wolves to win the West. Yeah, it was fun.
It's fun to live a life that always includes an active ticket.
Exactly.
Have to.
Yeah. So, I mean, Atena took the Wolves to win the whole thing. But I think he put $100 down, and I think he wins $2,000 or something.
Yeah,
but
I think he got 22 to 1.
Yeah, I stuck to the West. I thought I didn't want to go any further than that. I thought that would be a stretch even to go through the rigors of the Western, as we know it, for the most part, it has been.
Not over yet.
No, it's not over yet, and no, it's never been done. We know that, and if they win here tomorrow night, the odds will be a lot better. And certainly putting a lot of pressure on Dallas to go back for Game 6. But this is all Wolves fans can ask for. I mean, to get another game at home when you look against all odds, especially after losing here Friday night, that you get that another home game. The atmosphere will be crazy. I know Barkley was having some fun last night talking about how it was snowing in Minneapolis. People took it seriously. But it's all in good fun with the Chuckster, and he'll be back in town with the rest of the crew. I don't know if Draymond's coming back, but the rest of the crew will be here, and it makes it they get their national pub and all eyes. I mean, the ticket prices I'm sure will be soaring as we speak for that game tomorrow night.
You gonna go, Roser?
Yeah, media. I sit next to Mr. Barrero normally during the game, and we got Max doesn't need any help, but I try to he's got the pregame and I'm sure postgame tomorrow night, so I chime in a few words here and there with Max and Parker Fox is doing a tremendous job.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Yeah, great.
Parker's going to be great. He's really going to be good in this business.
Passed away.
I said, man, just keep stretching yourself out and doing different things because if you want to get into this business, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, why are you always telling him to stretch out in front of you?
Yeah,
it's
why
weird.
are you doing that, Rosie?
Like, grab your knees.
Verbally.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
Verbally.
Let's see if you can touch your ankles.
No, I can't.
Why do you say
I can't
that
do
to
that
him?
now.
I'm with you.
Prove it.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Zach's still here.
Yeah, he's the no. Well, yes. What'd you say?
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Your Truck Accessory Pro Store.
All right, this is a stretch, but stay with me.
Oh.
This is not Vikings news, but it's kind of adjacent.
Okay.
It's Vikings news adjacent. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins agreed to a 3-year, $72.75 million deal with $52 million guaranteed. The contract maxes out at $75 million, so the math is easy. Then $25 million a year for Nico Collins. If you're going, who the hell's Nico Collins?
Right.
He had a breakout year last year. In 3 seasons, he just has 11 touchdowns and 150 catches. But most of that last year, 80 catches, 8 touchdowns in 15 games. So they paid him. Okay, $25 million a year on average.
Okay.
$52 million guaranteed. All I'm saying is we keep hearing all these guys joining the 30 million club, right? Like A.J. Brown and what was the other one? Like Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yep.
They're in the low 30s. If you're Nico Collins and you're making 25, everybody that's even close to that 25 to 30 range, if I'm Justin Jefferson, I'm going, Nico's making 25?
Is that your phone?
I just think every one of these should scare the Vikings because it just looks more and more like Justin should be in the 35 to 40 range.
Yeah.
Common was playing the Corey Cove game with me yesterday.
Go on.
About
that could mean so many things.
That could be dangerous.
Oh, was it the game? Let's see how long you can stay in your 62-degree basement without going outside and watching the 2023 World Series of Poker main event.
Let's practice CPR.
Because that's what I did yesterday.
That was not the game he was playing. He was playing the let's make a deal with Justin Jefferson. What's your threshold? He's asking me for paying him. Is it okay? Let's just start with 30, 35, 34, 35, and it kept going up. I'm looking, and I didn't have an answer for him because I said, you can structure contracts in a way, especially next year with the salary cap going up, that you could extend this out and make Justin very happy in the present and in the future. This is what they're working on right now. But when you talk about a Nico Collins making that kind of money and understanding he's probably half the player that Justin Jefferson is, at least in terms of even productivity, yeah, it's going to cost them. That's what they're working on right now. But I don't have a dollar figure. 40 million, 45 million a year because it depends on how they structure it. But
Justin thinks he's the best receiver in the game. A lot of us think he's the best receiver in the game.
Yes.
It's just as simple as then you have to pay him the most. And when the other guys that are elite are in that 30 to 35 range, I think the answer is 35 to 40. That's the market.
It probably will.
If you want him, that's what you're going to have to pay him is somewhere in the 37-ish a year range with a ton of it guaranteed.
Lou Nanny was on with Barrero yesterday, and Barrero asked him how he'd handle it. And he said, pay him like a quarterback because you don't have to pay the quarterback yet. That was his analogy.
That's a really good point. I like it.
Or point.
Yeah, that's true. Darnold's making $10 million, and that's backup money, and he'll likely be the starter.
$4 million? Not enough.
Okay, calm down.
Okay.
All right.
Who?
Okay. Not enough.
He wants to pay.
He wants to pay J.J. McCarthy to take his shirt off.
He wants to make sure he never leaves.
I see. Okay. Well, he doesn't have to worry about that yet. Yeah.
He's big in the message boards.
Yeah. Corey knows.
No, somebody told me.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's interesting.
I do think it's going to be really weird if they don't.
Yeah,
they will.
I think they're going to as well. But
I mean, they'll get it done.
I would just really question why you don't.
2 months from right now, I just don't think. Signed?
I don't think the cap exists. Again, Detroit proves it. There's no such thing as the salary cap, and if there is, you can work around it.
Yeah. Well, that was
matter.
my point with Common. You can work around it. There's so many different ways now, especially extending it out, which, of course, Justin will be getting X number of years on his contract. It'll be palatable for both him and, more importantly, for the Vikings as a business transaction, not to handcuff them with future acquisitions as well. So, I mean, it's not as if they haven't been talking consistently during this time. They have. That's not mine.
Your rain app's on
My
again.
phone is off.
Is it your iPad?
Is it? No, his phone is off. I can see it from here. His phone's not on.
No.
What is that?
I don't know. It's not.
I think it's that Calm app.
No, it was, but it was on my phone, and I turned
your
the
phone is
damn
off.
thing off. Yeah.
That's weird, man.
I
Your
don't
phone
know.
is
No,
haunted, Roser.
Something is happening. I don't know. Maybe it's.
Remember when you thought you saw a ghost in the elevator?
Oh.
And then what did you do to get rid of it?
God, that was one of my. May have been the classic
Your phone
line.
must be haunted.
It must be haunted.
No.
Check for some ectoplasm.
Yeah.
Zach.
What?
Quit talking about J.J. McCarthy.
The Minnesota Vikings continue to lock down their 2024 draft class. The team signed fourth-round cornerback Kyrie Jackson to his 4-year rookie deal yesterday. Right. Vikings have signed 5 of their 7 2024 draft picks. First-rounders J.J. McCarthy and Dallas Turner are the only 2 players who haven't signed yet. They will. Meanwhile, the Purple will continue OTA workouts today.
Remember, we used to have holdouts?
Yeah.
Yep. I think Bryant McKinney set the record, did he not? I mean, for
halfway through the year, I think.
Yeah, that's back in the day before they had rookie salary caps. So now it's like, well, just basically this is what you're getting paid, and really isn't any discussion behind it.
Yeah.
Is that a clock now? I hear.
No, that's
Zach's turn signal.
Oh, it's
He's driving.
Zach, are you just going?
I'm really hearing things.
Are you going in circles, Zach?
Yeah, I'm back in downtown Denver now.
I was just there,
cruising around.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
It's a really nice city. Yeah.
Stop and get a Denver omelet.
Oh yeah.
Drive through, go up to Red Rocks. You just hang out for the day.
He thought about it.
He's going to the Rockies game today.
Are you really?
Yeah, like 12 hours from now.
Baseball team.
Yeah. Brilliant.
The 4-1 Minnesota Lynx play tonight. They host the Aces tonight, and here's Cheryl Reeve on her team.
This might be the best team in terms of moving, sharing, making the extra quicker. I think their recognition of that, their selflessness has been really good. It's rarely a sticky situation where they're just not making any decision. I think that our cutting and our seeking the paint is a part of success at the three-point line as well.
7 o'clock tip-off tonight at Target Center.
Yeah, they should have a nice crowd there. I mean, people are talking hoops still, and Cheryl's off to a good start. She's kind of rebooted her basketball team after all the success they've had, and having to go through a couple lean years, and now she's back on track as Cheryl does.
It has been a complete rebuild. It has.
Yeah.
The Aces are a machine. I was watching them play the Fever the other night, and they are so good, so good. So tough test, but go Lynx.
Zach, doesn't your generation like Lord Huron?
Yeah.
Who?
That's. I was looking at
Red Rocks tonight.
There's a song called "The Night We Met," and I've literally bawled to it multiple times.
That's going a little far.
That's a lot, man. Do you have it? Do you have it in the system, Hawk?
Zachary, too much. Tears. Lord Huron tonight and tomorrow at Red Rocks.
Hawk, do you have it in the system?
I thought about it.
Let's hear it.
Why wouldn't you go?
Yeah, why wouldn't you go?
I don't know if I like much of their other stuff. I tried listening to some of their other stuff. It was more boring than entertaining. But that song, if I were to go tonight and if I were to hear that, I will
ball.
I'm emotional just thinking about it.
Here's their
that song is a crusher.
What's the name of the band? Lord Huron?
Yeah. Do you have it?
Yeah, this is the song KDW is playing right now.
I'm just a pube, and it's not fair.
This is them?
All I ever wished to be was just another hair.
Interesting song.
Yeah, that's.
Wait,
you
what?
cried to that?
What was?
Yeah.
That's Lord Huron, Rosie.
That was not Little Mermaid.
No.
Okay.
No,
that was Lord Huron.
that's from the Tortured Poets Department.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's another song from Lord Huron.
Yeah, why wouldn't you go see this?
I promise you, at Red Rocks, it would sound good.
Yeah.
It would be worth it.
Do you have another one?
Nope.
They only have 2 songs. Wow.
Yep, that's it.
Sauce, for God's sakes, you've been doing improv comedy for a couple of decades. You know the rule of 2. You did
so
the 2 jokes.
So
That's
does
it.
Hawk's
It's
dad.
over.
Oh.
It's got to be an even number.
be an even
Everyone
number.
knows that.
Hawk's dad would go to Brown Rocks. Oh,
What?
Okay, just disconnect him.
That was good. Yeah, he's
Keep
trying.
driving in circles.
He's trying.
Go see him, Zacho.
we'll see. We'll see.
That delays your trip to Utah by a day and a half, but whatever. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.